this is the lake rig. As I told you before, this is old gravel pit. As you see, there's still the old machinery. They used to dig out all the sand and everything here. It's around 50 years old.
Wow.
And yeah, the average size of fishes here is quite good. There's a couple of fish around 50 pounds, and there's I would say 50-50 between common carp and mirror carp.
Okay.
So it's a pretty wide water plan, as you see.
You were telling me before that these fish in here, they're not been stocked, the original fish that are in there, so there's quite old characters in here.
Yes, they are. We have carp, catfish, crucian carp, some bream, what else? Black bass, pike.
Okay.
So it's actually a pretty mature lake.
A mixed fishery.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the carp are spawning regularly here, because you see the place is really nice. And in all the other side, there's a lot of trees and snag in the water with a shallow part, which is perfect for spawning for the fishes. It's not fished heavily actually, because all this side, for example, is totally unfished. There's no peg to fish around here. So I think we will take the peg, which is right in the middle of the lake.
Yep.
And then we have a pretty wide.
We've got room to spread the rods out, haven't we?
Yes,
to be fair, and we've seen a few fish moving out in that middle area already.
Yeah, actually the middle area is where there used to be a kind of a forest before the water fill up this area. So there's still a lot of trees, and it's slightly shallow compared to the place we had before. Yeah, so
okay, let's get some rods out.
Yep.
This one was cast extreme range, bio liver 20mm bottom bait, topped off with one of the Prologic high vis yellow pop-ups just to counterbalance it, and let fold this one. Absolutely stunning Italian common carp. Okay, well, Enrico's out pre-baiting, and basically we thought of another idea, which was to bait an area closer in between the two of us, so we could put a rod on it. My long range rod has just given me a few beeps, and we seem to be into a carp. But they're not giving themselves up easy today. It's been very, very hard work. And this is, well, our second run of the trip so far. Okay, this one was a bit unexpected.
Again?
Yeah, this one was on the long range rod. Me and Enrico had put our heads together and decided to fish a pair of rods, fish them short, and just as Enrico had gone out in the boat to bait up, my rod gave a couple of beeps and an immediate drop back, which resulted in this. A stunning but different grass carp. Like I say, on a day like today, more than welcome, more than welcome. And I've not caught one of these for a long time.
So, just a quick update before we prepare the rod for the night. Today was the first 24 hours just over, and we had two run, both on the same rod of Rik. Had a nice 30-pounder common carp, and we have just released a nice, a medium 20 actually, grass carp. Both of them caught with the same rod, the one we cast more far out. So the plan is for tonight, we have pre-baited a spot quite short here because we saw a lot of fish showing on the surface today. So we will fish my left rod and the right rod of Rik like 50 meters from the shore, and then we'll just try to cast as far as possible the other two rods in order to reach the area where Rik has been catching the fishes today. So the rig is quite simple. You generally cock the rig, tie directly on the tapered shock leader, so it's a 0.70, 4 carbon coated at the end. Gladius link coated 30 pound in the liner linear sleeve, and just the last 5 millimeters, very soft.
has been a long time. With me and Enrico gone all through the night, no fish, not even indications. So first thing this morning, big casts again, all on the distance rods. You know, firing these out as far as we can into the horizon because that's where the fish seems to be. And this one had only been out maybe 20 minutes, something like that. And there we go, a nice Italian chunk of a common carp.
Actually blanking after 4 fish in a row for Rik. This is my first fish of the session. I lost one yesterday actually, so it's probably not the biggest one, but it's a really nice fish and I'm really happy with this. So let's see if it's just a coincidence or if I manage to find the right spot to catch a few more in the next 2 days. Well done, Rik. Seems like you got one of the.
Thank you very much, mate.
Seems like you had one of the big residents of the lake.
This
just weighted the fish, just over 40 pounds. This one again on the long rod.
Yeah,
Stream casting.
Stream range rod. Black Ocean S. Tipped off with a yellow high vis pop-up.
That's awesome.
Size 6 XC4 hook.
Look at the size of the fins.
What a fight. Power of these fish is. You've been feeding these on steroids before I got over here. My arms are.
Yeah, it was our secret. seems like I also find a gold mine. Finally, Rik. Well, at least this is gold for me already, compared to the standard I used to have before.
Well,
last 36 hours.
It's not been easy, has it?
No,
it's
no.
not.
This is actually for me the second fish on the same spot today.
Yeah.
First I had a small but lovely mirror, and then finally this.
I mean,
pretty massive common carp.
It has really been hard going, and we've gone through a number of things from feeding in close to medium range, and now we're finding.
Now we have really to use every single centimeter of power in our rod.
I tell you, my shoulders are aching, Enrico, from how far we're having to cast. It's been hard work, but if the fish are there,
if there's the reward,
that's
then
what
it's fine.
We have to do.
So, a couple of pictures more and we release it.
Okay, we're going to take a few minutes out now. While Enrico's out baiting up, I thought I'd just take you through my presentation and the rigs and what seems to be working for me at this moment in time. So, taking it from the end of my rod, basically I've got 3 foot of the supercharged. Now this is the unleaded leader, really soft and supple, hardly any weight in it at all, but it sinks like a brick, and it's so nice. I mean, you can see there it'll follow the contours of every rock or every detail at the bottom, so it's really nice, user friendly, nice and easy to use. That's coming down to a distance lead clip, and just inside the distance lead clip I have one of the quick change links. This allows me to change rigs easily because we're fishing on gravel here or near the snags. If I lose a point of the hook, I can quickly get another rig, put it back on without losing too much time. Coming down to the all important bit, now this is a Gladio hook link. I'm using this in 30-pound breaking strain, probably I don't know, about a foot long, 30 centimetres long. I do like using my long hook links, and I've just stripped it back about 2 centimetres below the end, before the hook there, a blob of tungsten putty, and then down to one of the XC4s in a size 4 hook. These are razor sharp, a lot of confidence in this hook, and a bit of shrink tubing just to be able to kick the hook over for me, let the mechanics of the hook do what it's meant to do. And that's lined up with a 20mm Black Ocean S, one of my favourite hook baits, and a 15mm, 16mm yellow high-vis pop-up. And that's it really, that's my rig, that's been doing the business for me. Now, one of the points that I must make really clear, the distance lead clip, you see it has a metal arm on it here. Now this, unlike the plastic ones, this is allowing me to really load these rods up and fire that lead out into the horizon. But what we're finding is with the plastic ones, in these conditions where we're going for the extreme casts, the arms are opening up, and to be fair, unless we tie them up with PVA tape and stuff like that, this just makes life a lot easier. So distance lead clip, we named it that way because it's there to take the shock of the casts. So that's my rig. So I'm going to get this one back out, and hopefully next time you see us we'll have another fish on the bank.
were just about to make an update about our session, and my middle rod had a pretty fast run on a snowman. So probably around a 20 pounder.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's a lovely clean fish as well in too.
Beautiful fish. Yeah. Going back home soon, don't worry.
There's not a mark on any of the fins, they're all in perfect condition. The size of these pegs, I think this is why they're fighting so hard. We noticed a lot of these fish have got the big pegs. Well done, Enrico.
Pretty cloudy morning after 3 days of summer weather, actually, and we had no action this morning. Then all of a sudden they start to be really active. So this is like the second bite I had last hour. Still on the longer rod. Test it out with a snowman presentation.
Beginning of November, glorious weather.
Yeah, we had a sun mark.
Yeah.
and it's November. It's quite incredible. Long fighter this time. Same rod as this morning, so it seems like it's a pretty important feeding spot that one. Same rig, same hook bait, Snowman 20 16mm, and another beautiful, perfect common on this big gravel pit.
Okay, Enrico, it's not been easy, mate, today. It's we're here on the final stages of our trip now, and to be fair, our plan that we put in place when we first arrived here, well, it's not really gone to plan, has it? We decided, both of us, to have a large baited area, fish a couple of rods on it, and maybe have one rod each roaming, hoping to draw the fish in for a big hit of fish, really.
Yeah,
and it's not paid off.
No, we didn't have a single bite, a single run, till we changed it totally, dramatically, our strategies going out.
Yeah, and what we found is basically the lake that we're fishing, this disused gravel pit, it's got submerged forest in it, and the closer we fish to the forest, the more chances we're getting of basically getting a run. But obviously, to be able to fish safe, we can't get too close to this because it's so dangerous, and it's not safe for us or safe for the fish. So it's finding that happy medium. I mean, it has been tricky going, and a lot of the time we are looking. We spent ages, hours and on hours, just staring out at the lake, and we see a fish rolling. It's like, right, I've got to get a rod there, you know, just for a chance of a bite. And the only reason or reckoning I can put behind it, Enrico, is now we're coming into sort of like November, and
yeah, even if the weather during the day is still looking like summertime, because it's been quite incredible.
What we're finding is temperatures are plummeting at night, and I think with the decline of anglers coming to this lake now, and the less anglers bait going in the lake, the fish have now resorted sort of like, if you like, the winter mode.
Yeah,
and they're now looking to hold up for winter, and they're probably more inclined to stay in the vegetation, in the trees and snags out there, and feed on, you know, the natural baits. With not so many anglers coming here anymore.
Yeah,
so it's made it hard in itself.
Yeah, that must be the reason, because we are getting into the fortnight now, and we're still fishing with one rod, both of us, in the spot we have prepared on the very beginning of this session.
Yeah, just hoping. But something will come along.
We have maybe one run in 4 days and 4 nights.
Yeah, it's not good.
So this really means that the fishes are simply not feeding in front of us. They are just, as you said, they're just spending all the time nearby these sunken trees.
And all the fish that we have been catching, it's either been to single baits, cast maximum sort of range, or you know, high glugged soak baits, high visual baits. You know, winter style fishing, if you like. But you know, on the plus side, you know, we could have quite happily sat there and caught nothing. But
we had one of the biggest residents of the lake.
Yes,
you had it. It was a fantastic comment.
It was, and what a result! You know, for this time of year, like I say, going into November, you know, to catch a fish like that, it's it's been one experience for me. It's been an absolutely cracking experience.
We had to adapt a bit more than expected. You know.
Well, I don't think we'll ever stop.
Do something different
between us.
But
I know.
No.
I mean, you know, back at home, I'm quite a fit guy,
right?
And my shoulders are aching from big casts all this week. I'm feeling it, you know, on my upper body and
I'm pulling
my
the fish
chest.
because, especially right after the run, you have to pull the fish quite hard just to be sure that they not get snagged in the trees, and
it's quite
so
hit and hold style fishing, isn't it?
It
you know,
is.
We can't take any prisoners because, like I say, it's a fine line, it's a dividing line, fishing so close to these dangerous areas, and you can't give an inch. If you give an inch, then you know, we've dropped a couple of fish already. But that's it really. It's not easy going, but we're going to keep at it and see what the next day brings. And fingers crossed.
Yeah, we have last 20 hours fishing.
Yeah,
so let's see what happens.
Okay. better.
And again, the same rod that gave full run today. Had a pretty fast run again. This time is a pretty massive and again immaculate common carp. Still on the longest rod, casted out with a Snowman Presentation 2016 on Black Ocean again. That's a pretty good fish to close the day, Rik.
Definitely, yeah, definitely. Well earned, my friend.
Still shaking a bit. After 4 days, finally a really good fish for the book. Again, all the fishes today, same rod, same hook bait. Black Ocean 20mm BK2S pop-up 16 on a size 2 XC4 hook with a line on inner sleeve. Here it is. So Rik, it's time to pick up now.
Yeah, it's come to that time, hasn't it? I mean, we're due to stay till this evening, but we've seen the weather forecasts, and well, you can see from the clouds behind us, the weather's taken a turn for the worst.
Yeah, and it's probably getting really nasty, you know, in a couple of hours. And as long we have to leave anyway today in the afternoon.
That's it, and it's just got hard today. I mean, as you can see, we've got big crosswinds. And long-range casting and crosswinds, they just don't go together. It's making fishing really hard. I mean, it's hard enough presenting baits at distance anyway. Never mind.
We had quite a few good fishes. We had good fun.
We have, yeah.
Good results.
Yeah.
So we should not really complain. And
no. Well, I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm absolutely exhausted.
Me too.
I mean, it's taken it out of us this week. We both came here under the perception that we'll be fishing close range, you know, drawing the fish into us, and like I said, we've totally had to change our plans, change our tactics, and we've had to adapt, realistically, and we'll adapt our style of fishing basically to catch fish, and it's worked. I mean, it's not been easy, but it's worked. It's been thoroughly enjoyable.
We made a week.
Oh, definitely.
That's for sure.
Yeah, and we've had some really nice fish as well. But like I say, Mother Nature's taken its worst, and any minute now it's. And the heavens are going to open up, and it's a real bad storm. We've had storm warnings go out, so it's time to call it a day.
Yes.
So
we hope you enjoy, at least the same as we enjoy this week.
Oh yes, yeah. I don't think you can ever have a bad day's fishing.
No.
Not
really.
No.
Not really.
But until next time, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you again. Bye bye.
Okay, we have to apologize for the mess, but
yeah,
we're just about to pack down all the camp.
Well, like we said, I mean, it's one last drink at the last gas corral, and as carp anglers, we're just breaking down camp. We finished filming, and the last thing that comes out the water are the carp rods. So excuse the mess, because like I said, we're packing up for the day. But as we do so,
it's always good the last minute run.
Yeah, makes it all worthwhile.
Oh, yeah.
And Enrico's rod rips off.
Nice little common. This is truly the last fish of our trip down to Italy. Bleeding.
One, two.
Sing a song for me.
Sing a song of sixpence, a pocket full of rice, 4 and 20 blackbirds baked in a pie. When the pie was open, the birds began to sing.
Go. Listen, I want to put this.
Okay. Okay, so last season it. Okay. New for 2014, we have the Carbon Light bank stick. Take two. New for 2014, the Carbon Light throwing stick. Back.
Yeah, and will probably be a 4 kilo fish.
So the sun's setting, the nights are drawing in really.
Oh yeah, really. Yeah.
Okay, two. Twistics, you know, I love this stuff, I really do. And so again, I mean, totally different ways. Just excuse us, we've got a bit of action going on. Okay, ready? You ready? Yeah. Okay?
Yeah, I'm sure. And you?
Yeah, I'm born ready.
But you sure?
I'm like a ninja.
You look at me.
Like a coiled spring, waiting to go off. Boom! Okay, new for 2014 from the Prologic camp, a brand new C3. Now these, no stops have been held. Take two. Implement the new range of carp rods from Prologic. There's also this comes in 12 foot, 3 1/4 pound test curd. Test curd? It's called the S. To complement the SS. Now this is the F.
What's wrong with SFP?
Silly. That's what it is. This is basically a 12 foot, 5.5 test curve cab. It's 12.6. Winter. So it has been hard, but you know, we're stuck at it.
No. It's the first time you have your phone in your pocket.
Darren, give me 10 minutes, mate. I'm just in the middle of filming, buddy.